Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I don't even know what's happening with YouTube guys. I haven't been live for so long and literally usually you can choose when to go live, but this time it just started without my permission. So I was not even prepared to do this intro, right? Um First of all guys, hello, I'm so happy to be back. I don't know how long I'm gonna be back for, but I am just happy to be here. Um it's been a minute. It's been a long minute. I haven't done live videos for so long. I have been extremely busy and I do apologize. I apologize for the comments that I've received. I haven't responded to anybody. I've been reading them, but I haven't responded. I haven't been consistent like I used to be and I miss it. Hey AP, what's up? What's up? I'm so glad that you're here. So, as you can see, I'm very happy. And literally, I never even thought I was going to do a live video tonight, and when I tell you, just I have so much to say. I don't know if I'm going to get it out on this video, but I have so much to say. And I literally did something that I used to do a long time ago. So, yeah, guys, I never really wear makeup in my videos, and I did a full face today because if you see me without makeup, guys, I look extremely tired. I haven't been sleeping right. So I put a full face of makeup on today and I was about to take it off and I thought, wait, why don't I shoot a video? Because every time I'm at home, I always look rough, right? I always look rough and I can never do a video because of how I look at home. I don't know, I look the most ugliest at home, right? And I thought, all right, now is the time to do a video. So this is what I'm doing a video. Guys, I do apologize for how I look. I know I don't look my best. Excuse, here I have a cut on my lip. I've never had a cut here before, so excuse how I look, guys. So let's just jump into the video, okay? So as you can see from the title, due to my lack of sleep, I'm going to forget what I put. I put change must occur, right? So I believe change has to happen in this world, right? And this is something that a lot of us don't want to face, right? So first of all, I feel like, hi Fabi TV. Oh, thank you so much, AP. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment because sometimes when you're getting in front of a camera, you don't know how you're looking. It does make you feel a bit self-conscious, especially if you haven't been on camera for a long time. Hey, baby's love. Baby's love said, "Oh yeah." And thank you so much for subscribing, Febby. I think it's Febby, right? I haven't got my glasses. It's FEB. Okay. I'm not wearing my glasses, guys. I need to start wearing my glasses. I need to get my eyes tested. Guys, when I tell you, right, who on here, does anybody here on this live video, do you guys like change? Do you guys like changes in the world? Because I am one of the people that does not like change. Thank you so much for the like. I hate change, right? I like things to stay the same, right? And when things change, sometimes it frustrates me, right? And I'm just like, ugh, why is this change? It worked. When something works, I don't understand why it has to change. So this is a big problem for me because when it means that I need to change or move on and let go of things, I don't want to, right? And I've noticed that with the internet, guys, with the internet, with social media, there's something about the internet that keeps people stuck, right? It keeps people stuck in the past. Don't like change, don't blame you. Oh, rest in peace, 687. Yeah, I'm the same. I really don't like change. I just feel like it's hard. You know, you could wake up one day, right? And your best friend or a family member or someone you love decides to change and it's heartbreaking because you don't understand why this doesn't change when everything was fine a minute ago, right? And I think this is where problems sometimes may occur in the world when a change happens and it just disrupts people, doesn't it? It makes people feel like, okay, why is this happening? And if you notice, it puts people into a bad mood, right? It puts us into a bad mood. Thank you so much, Febby, for liking the video. It just sets a different tone, right? Because sometimes people don't like uncertainty. So when a change happens, they don't know what to expect for the future, right? And they just start If you're an overthinker like me, you start overthinking the situation and you think the worst is going to happen. AP said it's having to adapt over again, annoying. Yes, I agree. It's like so hard to put into words, but it's very hard. And I think sometimes that stops people from heading into their goals, right? Because sometimes taking that leap of faith into a new adventure requires change, and a lot of people don't like that, right? So when we resist the change, right? I did a video about this on my other channel, right? When you resist change, let me just, because I'm in the kitchen, guys, and I turned the oven on because it's so cold here in the UK. I think it's going to snow, right? And I put the oven on to keep me warm, but I'm turning it off now because I don't want to just waste, like, energy, right? Let's turn it off because I'm a bit warm now. I should just wear more clothes, right? But I never do, right? So, um, when you resist change, right, change is going to happen. I did a video about this. So, regardless of what you do, if you try and hang on to things, change is going to happen. If you think of somebody getting older, right? So, imagine a child, right? A child that's 3 years old, right? And someone doesn't want that child to go to bigger school, right? The longer you hold on to that child to stop them from going, right? That child is still going to grow up regardless, whether you like it or not. That's what change is like. It's going to happen no matter how you respond to it. You can't control change. Change has to happen. People are going to get older. People are going to leave the earth, unfortunately. People are going to get sick. People are going to achieve great things. People are going to do bad crimes. The world's crazy. There's always changes and we can't stop it. Nothing is promised forever, right? If you think like the situation you're in now, if you're in a relationship, if you're in a job, whatever situation, if you take a moment to think about your life right now, it could change tomorrow. And that's unsettling for some of us because we don't want that change to happen. Yes, rest in peace. It's gonna snow. I agree. Guys, I'm not sick. I just feel like because I'm talking so much, it's making me want to cough. Yeah, I think it's gonna snow, guys. And again, I'm fighting that change. I don't want it to snow. So because I don't want it to snow, I'm speaking against it. Guys, this is the problem when people don't let things happen, right? And I've just realized that in life, I don't think, right? I could be wrong. I don't think we are meant to settle, right? And when I say settle, I mean stick with things, right? Thinking that it's not going to change. I think life is always moving, right? And the best way to think of it like this is when you think of the Bible, guys. So with the Bible, I haven't read the whole book of Matthew, but if you think about Jesus, right? He knew he was going to die. He knew he was going to get crucified, right? So because he knew that was going to happen, he couldn't do anything to stop it, right? So if he was one of those people, right, he would just maybe complain. He would just like speak about it all the time and say, "Oh, I'm going to die." And then try and do everything in his power to stop it. But if you notice, like, I have to read the book, but I'm guessing he let that change happen, right? He didn't resist change, right? He accepted things for the way it was, right? He knew what was coming, right? He wasn't in denial. He didn't say, I'm going to live here forever. I'm going to be alive forever. He knew what was coming, right? So, like, if you think about it, right? If you know your destiny, we don't know our destiny, but if you knew your destiny and you didn't want it, imagine spending your life trying to control it. UK is not hot. Where in the UK are you? I feel like UK is so cold. I don't know, like there's different temperatures everywhere in the UK, but where I live it's so cold. Hello, Arvin, Bazari. AP said Jesus let God I can't speak. Jesus let God take control. In other words, that's okay. I'm glad you said that because I needed that correction. I love that. He gave the power over to God. That's powerful. This can be like the message for this video, giving the power over to God, because I feel like God, in order to make God work in your life, you need to let change happen. And I think a lot of people get in God's way, right? They don't, because they don't know what's going to happen. They don't know what change God wants to make. But for some reason, they want to. take it into their own hands. And regardless of what you do, you can't control everything in your life. You can if you want to, but I don't think it would work fully. Guys, it's so cold. Let's turn it on again. You cannot control it fully, right? So, right, I'm gonna go on to goals, right? When you're setting goals. Oh, that's really cool. So it was hot in Derby then. Um, let's get on to setting goals, right, guys? So a lot of people in this world, when I say a lot of people, I'm just generalizing, right? I feel like when I meet people, not many people set goals, and I feel like that's quite worrying because I used to be that person, right? I didn't have a plan for my life, and I feel like, guys, even if you have dreams, write them down, right? Even if you think it's not going to happen, write it down because you need to have something to aim for in life, right? You can't have your life where you're just every day doing the same thing like a robot. You're not going to be satisfied and you're not going to be happy, right? So yeah, I understand that you can't control everything, but you need to be awakened to changes. You need to kind of think, okay, if a change happens, maybe I should try this goal, maybe I should try that goal. Guys, I am in the season of my life where I'm working on preparation, right? Let me try and break this down to you guys, right? Oh, this is so complicated, right? When I speak to some people that are stuck in their life, right? Because I am stuck sometimes, right? When I speak to those people, they talk about dreams, right? And some of those dreams seem unreachable to those people. I believe they are reachable, but to those people, they feel like it's unreachable, right? So, guys, can you give me example in the comments so I can kind of work with this, right? Give me example of a dream that you want to achieve or something, or if you use someone as example of a dream that they want to achieve, because I feel like let's just use a guy for example, right? So there's a guy, right, that is, let's explain, right? He knows what he wants from life, but he's not working towards it, right? The problem with this is, right, we are not, how to explain, you've got to, right, this doesn't apply to everything. I feel like it's so hard to narrow it into one box because I can't say this applies to everybody. Depending on the person, you've got to become a different person to achieve another goal in your life, is what I'm trying to say, right? So if you, right, if I'm trying to think, it's so hard to put it into one box, right? I need an example so hard. I need an example because it just make it so much easier. Okay, I feel like, right, let's look at goals in general. So in order to achieve a goal, you've got to become a different person. And what I say by that, right? For example, if let's just use me, right? Say if tomorrow, right, I I wanna have a pet, for example, right? And I'm scared of animals, right? I can't tomorrow just get a pet, right? Because I'm scared, right? So I need to become a different person. In order to become a different person, I've got to put preparation, I've got to put work into it. What steps do I need to take to become a person that can have a pet, right? If I want a pet in my home. So first of all, I've got to face my phobia, right? So I've got to get therapy, right? I've got to also probably spend time with people that have got pets. So changing my company, like surrounding myself with like-minded people, people that already live in that environment, right? Obviously, I would need to make sure I've got enough money for the pet. These are little things that you need to consider when you want to achieve something new. And this is where change occurs because it means you need to change yourself, right? And a lot of people, they don't want to change, right? So they have all these dreams, and if you're anyone like me, you will rush and go into that goal without any preparation, right? So I know it sounds stupid, so it's like me tomorrow deciding to get a pet, but also saying I'm scared, right? So this is someone resisting change, right? So I would go into the pet shop and I would say, my dream is to have a little puppy. However, I would say to them, but I'm so scared of puppies. And then I would spend my whole life waiting for people to speak life into me, telling me to not be scared and telling me what to do. So, guys, sometimes we have to help ourselves, right? We have to kind of like step into the new and think, right, what do I need to do to achieve these goals? This is why setting goals is so important, guys. It's hard to achieve everything in your life, it's impossible, but I feel like in order for change to happen, you have to become a different person and you have to let go of things, right? You have to let go of certain connections that you have with people and find the new. I hope this is kind of sinking in, guys, because this is my kind of message. And self-development is so hard, guys. I've been challenged so much. I've been struggling because I've been trying to work on new goals, right? And I just realized that I'm the same person, right? Trying to achieve the new goals. And you need to change to, accomplish certain tasks in your life, right? You can't always achieve it by being the same person, right? So this is something that I'm learning, and this is why I want to get this message out to you guys, that change must occur. And we have to keep learning from other people. Hello, Candyman, what's up? Happy holidays to you too. Wow. Yeah, we have to, let change happen. And if you notice, like, social media doesn't allow change to happen. If you used to post certain posts up, people still judge you for it. Social media reminds you of all the things you used to post as well. It's like a constant reminder. I feel like if you add someone to your page and you've moved on, you've changed jobs and you've changed who you are as a person, and you still got that person on your contacts, you're just still connected to the old job that you used to have. And I feel like social media doesn't allow change, right? And I want people to start examining themselves. Not too much though, but like just think about like what you want to achieve next in life, and what person do you need to become, or what people do you need to surround yourself with to achieve that, right? You're most welcome, Candyman. And I feel like connections break, don't they, sometimes, because some people want to change and they feel like the people in their lives don't want them to, right? They're restricting them. And I think sometimes that's when conflict does happen. And I'm learning so much about myself, and I was going to make a separate video about this, but I will mention a little bit about it. I realized that being positive in life helps a lot, because I've spent most of my life just complaining. And I was listening to my church today, actually, not yesterday. It's classed as yesterday now because it's the AM, but I was listening to my church this morning, and yesterday morning, I should say, and they were talking about gratitude, how you should practice gratitude to God more often and be grateful for everything that He's given you, because He breathes life into you. It gives you everything that you have. And they were talking about how there are people in the hospital bed wanting that extra chance, and you have it, right? So when I heard that message, I started to be more grateful. And I was like, you know what? I'm so grateful for today. I'm so grateful that I get this opportunity to do this thing one last time. Obviously, I'm not going to disclose it on here. And I was just like, wow. And I was just thanking people today. I was like, I'm so grateful for you. And I was really positive. I was happy regardless of the problems going on. I was so positive, right? And I had someone tell me that I seem so happy. And I was like, thank you so much. Guys, just wake up, right? And just literally say thank you out loud to God. And if you don't believe in God, just say thank you anyway. Just thank everyone in your day. Just be so grateful, regardless of what's happening. Just see the great opportunities in your day. It would really change your mindset. And I done this today, and it was just beautiful. Like, I was feeling good. I was feeling happy. Even my conversations with people were so radiant. And I just feel like I want to now start letting God control my life. Yes, rest in peace. I do believe in God. However, I don't expect everyone to believe in God because I understand that people do have different beliefs. Um some people don't believe in spirituality. Like I love people regardless because uh, most of my life I've had friends of different um race, different religions, different beliefs. I don't like look at people any different because I connect more with the soul and the heart. Like if I get on with someone, I get on with them. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't um just want to be friends with people that are similar to myself because I feel like I learn better from people from different backgrounds and stuff like that. Like I like to connect with like-minded people. Hi Luke, what's up? Yeah, so um the answer to your question, yes, I do believe in God. I don't really like to engage in discussions with people that don't believe in him because I don't feel like it's necessary to argue that. Like everyone is free to believe in what they want to believe in. But I believed in him most of my life. I wasn't close with God though. And I would say now, like, I'm still trying to get closer to him. I'm still trying to build on that relationship with him. Uh, oh, God, God has to forgive me because I've been so busy that I felt like I was losing him at one stage in my life. Um, but I think I can get back on track. I still pray to him. Gosh, only me and God knows that he's still sending people into my life to guide me, even though I felt like I was far from him. He has really been like, there's so much been going on between me and God that, wow, I'm blown away. Like, I have no words because when I tell you, like, I, guys, I hope one day I can tell you, but I was fighting through a situation, right? And I was so frustrated. I was digging my feet into the ground. I was so stubborn. I was like, I'm gonna have it my way. But that situation had to happen in order for me to meet someone, right? And she's a special person in my life because when I met her, I didn't know she was a believer, right? And I asked her religion because where she comes from a different country. She's not from the UK. And I said, "You're Muslim, right?" And she said, "No, I used to be Muslim, but now I'm Christian." And I was like, "What?" And we started talking, and she started praying for me, and so powerful. I needed to meet her. Like God was speaking through her, right? And I'm so grateful for that because it's changed my life. Spirit of depression came off me. I spent most of my life being suicidal and depressed, and that's come off me now. Like, guys, when I tell you I want to live, I want to live. Like, I have to live. I have to live for God, right? Because I need to be on this earth, right? It's so important. I want to live here until He takes me, right? And the old me wouldn't even speak like that. Let me read the comments. Rest in peace, fair enough. Thank you so much, rest in peace, for like hearing me out. Like, do you believe in God? Like, what's your beliefs? AP said it's good to be open-minded. Yes, of course, because I feel like being open-minded does help you understand other people around you, right? Instead of restricting them. Um, Luke said, "Don't you die on me. Don't worry, I won't." Candyman said, "God is a good God." Yes, yes, yes. Amen to that. Amen. Oh, God is so great. Like, guys, you don't know what you're missing. God is so great. Like, when I tell you, like, you can suffer, right? But your suffering is better with God in your life. Like without God, your suffering is so much worse. Like when you know that you can trust on him and rely on him and you know he's gonna come through for you, Jano. Like any Jamaicans out there know that I'm saying Jano. God knows, like oh God. But God, like words can't express this, guys. Words cannot express how good God is. Like no one understands, right? Um, Don't worry, Luke, I'm not going to die on you. Well, hopefully not. I mean, it's up to God. AP says sorry to hear that. AP, like, you don't understand, like, the struggles I've been going through. Like, it's just been spiritual attacks outside of my home. Spiritual attacks. And when I tell you, I'm like, dude, devil, just leave me alone. Like, let me get my goals. Let me achieve my goals. I'm trying to achieve goals, guys. And when I tell you, I've been jumping out of my comfort zone, I've been doing things I never expected to be doing, right? I am going through my goals, right? I am going through it. And you know what? It's God that's achieving them for me because there's no way I would have achieved them on my own, right? So God's helping me to achieve the goals, but the devils are coming. They're trying to close the ranks on me, right? They're trying to stop me. I'm not even joking. It's so crazy. And I'm just like banging my head against the wall thinking, why? And when I tell you, like my friend was telling me, Tanya, be positive. She always, when I'm stressed out and I vent to her, she's like, be positive, be positive. And I'm like, okay. And her advice does help me because now I'm realizing the importance of being positive. You can't see things clearly, if you're negative, if you're complaining, if you're thinking the worst. Yeah, it's normal to feel like that, but it doesn't help the situation because you're gonna always be looking for the bad. You're not going to be like open-minded or optimistic, and this is why being practicing gratitude helped me today because I was not going to let negative energies bring me down, right? um I'm Christian. Is that Christian? But I don't believe in him or people. I said he's not real, so I don't believe in him. That's fair enough. Rest in peace. I understand that. um I'm guessing that your social circle that's around you don't believe in God. When can I ask you which God? Because we have so many gods. Are you talking about the God in the Bible, or are you talking about all gods? Right. AP said you don't know. 100%. Luke said hope brings optimism. I like that. Yeah, I think it's just yeah, it's allowing. I feel like it's like with the message of the video. I feel like it's allowing the impossible to happen, just letting things happen. Because with me, I feel like I'm a control freak where I want to control the outcome all the time. And if I set a goal, this is the problem with setting goals. If I set a goal, I want it to happen that way, right? And then when I'm being what's the word, when I'm resisting change of my outcome, not, oh my gosh, when I want something to happen and then when outside things outside of my control are trying to control that and trying to change my direction away from my goal, that's when I get very frustrated. And now I'm learning, just let it happen. Depends what it is. Sometimes you have to fight for your rights, but sometimes maybe God wants to steer you in a different direction. And this is why change has to happen, and it's hard sometimes because sometimes you don't know. So basically, rest in peace, you're an atheist, is that correct? Candyman said, I'm so proud of you, Tanya. Thank you so much, Candyman. I feel like I'm learning so much about life and it's tough. There's still so much for me to learn, and I'm just like, wow, I'm exhausted. Like, I was speaking with God um 2 days ago, and he said to me, you just need rest, because he knows I haven't been sleeping. He said, you just need rest. So tonight, because it's Sabbath here now in the UK, so I'm gonna make sure I just sleep in on Sabbath. Like, I'm gonna get my sleep. um let's have a look at the comments. If I've not replied to anybody on here, I do apologize. um can you say who are them? Who do you say you are? Luke, I think rest in peace is basically someone that doesn't believe in any God at all. So basically, I think that he or she could be atheist, I think. Say who you are, explain who you are. Rest in peace. I think Luke is basically trying to get you to express who you are as a person from a spiritual aspect, I think. Um, I think they're trying to get you to connect with yourself, I think, I'm guessing. Uh, Thank you so much, Candyman. You're such a real one. Like, you've always been here from the beginning. Like, on my channel. You've been like there from the very, very beginning of my journey. Um, thank you so much, AP. Happy Sabbath to you too. That's so sweet. Luke said he's curious, and Rest in Peace said, I'm so confused. Let's clarify this confusion. So, Rest in Peace, you said that you said you don't believe in him, or people I asked said he's not real, so I don't believe in him. And then I asked you if this applies to all gods, and you said all. So I think Luke wants you to say who you are as a person, and who do you say you are. I think that's a little confusing, Luke. I think you're speaking from a spiritual aspects. So I think you're going to confuse Rest in Peace. Because it seems like you're speaking from a spiritual aspect. And not everybody, we are all spiritual human beings, right? Because we're mostly the soul, aren't we? We're just out, like, people just see it outside, they don't see the spiritual side of us. And you can feel spiritual connections with people, but you can't always see it. I don't know if what I'm saying is true, guys, correct me. So not everybody connects with the spiritual side of them. So sometimes when you ask certain questions, especially when it involves like beliefs and stuff like that, it's going to confuse people. But yeah, I'm guessing that Rest in Peace, he or she has their own beliefs. They don't believe in any god, so that means all gods they don't believe in. It seems like it's a mutual understanding between them and their inner circle, or whoever they connect with. It's a kind of a mutual understanding, which I totally understand, because I live in the UK, and I'm guessing Rest in Peace lives in the UK as well, and a lot of people in the UK don't believe in God at all. It's very common. So I do kind of understand that a lot of them don't believe, even though the UK was a Christian country. A lot of people aren't Christians here, if that makes any sense. So I'm quite familiar with it. Like, I'm so used to a lot of people telling me that they don't believe in God, so it's quite normal to me. Yeah, it's a common concept, but it's fine. Everyone has different beliefs. People are going to go with what resonates within the heart. And I could be wrong on this, but I believe that some people just won't, be able to connect with God the same way as other people do. And sometimes it could be just how they were brought up. It could just be, they haven't been able to connect spiritually to him, or they don't understand spirituality, or maybe they just feel like life is fine without God, right? They might just feel like life is okay. They want to keep a simple life. They just want to get on with life. They don't want to connect with that. There's lots of different reasons, which I totally understand, because obviously I'm born in the UK, so I understand everyone's different. There's so many different religions here in the UK as well. It's very interesting. Um, yeah, but England is, I would say, is a free country where people are allowed to believe in what they want. They're very free. They're allowed to express themselves how they want. It's very chilled. You kind of do have a lot of freedom, compared to like other countries. So I totally understand it. Thank you so much for saying I'm cheerful. Candyman said you are so very welcome. And yes, I've been here for years and years and years and not going anywhere. I'm gonna always be here, Tanya. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Candyman. I do appreciate that. So sweet. Yeah, I do remember. I remember I used to do vlogs, and you were here, and you was like the only one commenting on my videos. I do remember that, and you would give me video suggestions. I remember that. I was so much younger then. I was like my early 20s. Yeah, my early 20s. I'm 33 now, but I was in my early 20s doing vlogs. I really I really thought I was like a celebrity. I really thought I was like, I was in my own world. I thought I was, I'm this cool chick. Yeah. Yeah, Jesus was 33 when he got killed. Yeah, that was his age. Just so young. So young, and he achieved so much in that time. Like the short life that he lived, he achieved a lot. And it does worry me because I look at a lot of people. I don't like to compare, but there's a lot of people on this earth that are just sitting down complaining about life. Meanwhile, Jesus was always on the go. He wasn't just stationary, he was always moving. Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to die in you. Well, if God takes me, then I'm sorry, but yeah. So this is a very interesting discussion, guys. I really, really miss talking to you guys. I was like, I was debating, do I come on live or do I not? But then I thought, Jesus died on the cross. That he was basically murdered. He actually knew he was going to die. He would speak about it to people. He would like, what's the word when you prophesy? Is it prophesize? He would predict that he was going to get killed. He would say it a lot. Um, Especially in Matthew, he knew he was going to die, and he also said he was going to rise from the dead as well. He would say it to people, but not everybody knew who he was. He didn't tell people he was the Son of God. AP said, Luke, stay positive. Tanya ain't going nowhere. Thank you. Don't speak that into existence. Like, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah. So, yeah, Jesus is known for dying on a cross, as you probably would be aware that Christians wear the cross to signify his death, because obviously his death wasn't in vain. He died for people's sins, right? He died so people could be forgiven for their sins, so they could go to heaven, right? Does that mean he will come back as a demon or like a spirit? No, he came back as a human flesh, like in the flesh. Jesus also, we'll go back onto that, but Jesus also rose someone from the dead as well. There was someone that was dead. Someone please correct me because I still need to read about this. Someone died and Jesus brought him back to life, right? He healed him. So when Jesus died, right? He rose after Sabbath, right? No, can someone correct me? He rose on Sabbath, right? No, he rose after Sabbath because on Sabbath they rested, and then after Sabbath they went to look for his body and it was gone, right? So he rose from the dead. Yes, that's correct, Luke. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, AP. Thank you for correcting me because I still need to get, this into my brain. I need to read Matthew. I need to get this into my brain. So he didn't when he rose from the dead, he was basically, like if you died, for example, and you come back alive and everyone can see you, that's how he rose back up. Whereas if you think about it, if somebody he was basically nailed to the cross, like this, right? He was nailed to the cross. His hands had big nails hammered into him whilst he was alive. Imagine he's alive experiencing this pain. So there was nailing, it's hard to talk about this. So they were nailing nails into his hands and into his feet, right? And you may see symbols of it in Christianity. I don't agree with images, but you will see symbols of this. If you want an idea of how it looked, it was like that. He didn't look like that, but the idea of how he was, nailed to the cross. So he had a horrible death. But imagine he died 3 days after he rose from the dead. He left the tomb, so he came out of it, right? So he didn't come back. Jesus wouldn't come back as a demon because basically Jesus was alive. It was here. Okay, so before God created the world, Jesus already existed, right? He was a spirit with God. So there are three-dimension spirits. So you've got God, you've got the Holy Spirit, and you've got Jesus, right? So he already existed, right? So obviously when God created the world, so much obviously happened, so much evil was happening, right? And then eventually God sent his son onto the earth, right? Which, as we know, is, as most of you know him as Jesus, but his real name wasn't Jesus. But we're just gonna say Jesus for the sake of this video. So he came onto the earth and he was meant to be murdered as a baby, right? So the king, is it King Hebron or someone like that? He wanted to murder Jesus when he found out that he was going to be born, right? So God had to protect him from that as well. So it was always in the devil's destiny to kill Jesus before he could be, on this earth making an impact on the world, right? So it's always been in the destiny to get rid of him. But God knew that if he got killed when he was a baby, it would be hard to bring him back on the earth again. So he had to make sure that this didn't happen, right? Because it was so important that he was born. Like, he needed that chance. Imagine killing a baby. Like, when you kill a baby, they don't have a chance to like experience life, right? Yeah, Good Friday till Sunday. Thank you so much, Luke, for clarifying that. Um, I was born England on Good Friday in 1982. Wow, I forgot that you was born in the UK. Wow, 3 days. 3 days. He rose 3 days after his crucifixion. Yes, that's correct. Oh yes, I've seen something like that. I'm learning a lot about Jesus right now. That's so interesting. Rest in peace that you are learning about Jesus. I feel like it's good to learn new stuff. Like hopefully my channel can help with that. But obviously there's so much videos on YouTube that can educate you on that as well. But it's good to ask questions. AP said a demon is an evil spirit. Yeah, that's correct. That's why I was like, no, there's no way Jesus would come back as a demon. That is just weird. Not weird to you, but just weird, the whole concept of it, because Jesus is light, right? So he wouldn't be anything of the darkness, you know what I mean? So for him to come back as a demon would be some crazy scenario with the devil. Like, that doesn't sound like Jesus. um oh no, Luke, you need to charge your battery. He's Essex. Oh, Braintree moved to California when I turned 4. Yeah, you was telling me about that. Jesus never committed one sin, only sinless man. Amen to that, yeah. Jesus was the only person on earth that was sinless, and that's why it made it more important for them to die for our sins, because it meant that he got murdered for nothing. When I say murder for nothing, he basically got treated like crap on earth. He went through hell on earth. Even his hair went grey. His hair turned grey for all the stress at a young age, right? So he forgave people, regardless of how they treated him. He forgave people, and that's why it's just so important to learn about Jesus, to understand the whole aspect of spirituality and the Bible. I don't want to say Christianity, because Christianity is really not tied in with the Bible. It's just something that people created after, which I'm not trying to be against, but it's like, if people talk about the Bible, everyone assumes that everyone that believes in the Bible is a Christian, but that's not true, right? Because I'm not a Christian, but obviously I believe in God. But to learn about God, you have to read about Jesus. It's so important. The pure sacrifice, or I can't speak those words, lamb. AP said literally. Luke said Jesus practiced the will of God on earth. Yes, amen to that. I believe in that. And when I first started reading Matthew, that was kicking my reading that, because I was just like, oh my gosh, like, how am I going to change my ways to be this perfect? Rest in peace said he forgave people for torturing him. He too much of a nice human. Yeah, that's exactly it. But it's mostly to show God's love, because the thing is, with God, he loves like his creation, right? He loves his creation, but he hates sin, right? And he also hates sinners, right? So as we are alive now, God is giving us a chance to come to him, right? And his love for us is providing. What people don't realize is, right, even non-believers, God is now providing for all of us. It's making sure that we are fed. It's making sure that we are clothed. It's making sure that we have a roof over our heads, right? I understand, guys. I understand there are homeless people, right? But there are things out there that are helping homeless people be fed, right? I'm not trying to gaslight it, but there is help out there, right? But God gives you what you need, right? And a lot of people don't realize this, that God is providing for all of us, right? Even animals are being fed, right? Luke said, yes, I was so young myself, and we used to have so much fun, laughing in the comments through the good times and the bad times, are funny and funny times, and they were mostly funny times. Oh, sorry, I apologize. That's Candyman. Sorry, I called you Luke. So let me read that. That makes sense. I was wondering why Luke was saying that. I was so confused. Um, so Candyman said he was young himself. We used to have so much fun. Yes, we did. Laughing in the comments for the good times and the bad times. Yes, and I remember watching your videos as well, Candyman. You made some good videos and you keep removing them. So when I go back to watch your videos, they're all gone. um, Luke said he fed 3,000 to 5,000 people at one sitting. Yes, I remember that, reading about that. Jesus is spoken of it. Amen to that, AP. They speak about Jesus in all religions, even in the Quran. They have Jesus in there, right? Jesus visited me in jail. Luke said Jesus visited me in jail 20 years ago. Yes, I remember you telling me about that, Luke. I read like someone's story on Reddit, and he was a Muslim, and he said that he had a dream and Jesus came to him in the dream, right? And then ever since then he wanted to come to Christ, right? And he was feeling so bad because he was like cussing at Christians online, and he was asking everybody on Reddit if he comes to God, like, because he heard that, what's the word? Is it when you speak bad against the Holy Spirit? I forgot the word for it. He was asking, will he still be forgiven even though he spoke bad against those things, which is very interesting. And I believe that he can be forgiven, to be honest, because he was speaking from a place of the unknown. He didn't know God then. So yes, he does have unconditional love. I agree. AP. Luke said he read the whole Bible in jail. Oh yeah, I remember you telling me that. That's so amazing, though. That must have been so healing. Imagine being in like a bad place and then you're reading the Bible and it's giving you light and strength and power and guidance. Powerful. I love that. Jesus will visit you in spirit. It comes to you. I agree with that. I wish that everyone gets to experience like God, and like that feeling. I had a homeless man say to me, like, he knows about the Bible and stuff. He's read the whole Bible, but he just couldn't connect with God. And he said to me, right, because I was speaking about how much I love God. And he said, I'm so jealous of that. I wish I could feel that. Like, he wished that he could have that experience, right? But guys, I really need to finish this video here now. I'm so grateful for all the comments. Like, I love talking to you guys. I'm so grateful for the likes. I wish I could carry on with this live video, but obviously it's getting late here and I need to get ready for bed. I need to get some sleep. Let me read the comments. AP said, in jail, you have all the time in the world to read the whole Bible. That's so true. The thing is, like, let's be real though. Like, think about it. Like, if obviously I don't know what it's like to be in jail, but think about it. Some people rot in jail, right? Some people just sit there, right? Some people just fight each other. Yeah, to actually read the Bible or be committed to a goal, I think that takes a lot of willpower, because think about it, like, it's easy to do nothing all day, right? But to actually commit to reading the Bible, and when I tell you the Bible is quite, for me, it's hard to read and to stay focused. That takes a lot of guts. Like, you must have really been really connecting with God and really committing and really wanting to change your life to be reading the Bible. Um, Rest in peace, Luke of Stoke. So when we die, he will come visit us. No, it doesn't work like that. When you die, it's not about him visiting us. Okay. Obviously, a lot of people have different understanding and beliefs around when you die. Some people believe that when you die, you become nothing. Like, there's nothing when you die. Like, when you die, you don't see anything. That's it. Um, Obviously, Muslims have a different belief as well with death. Um, with most Christians, I don't know about all of them because I've heard that, guys, I don't know if this is correct. I think Jehovah's Witness don't believe in hell, but I don't know how true that is, right? So I'm not going to say all Christians, but most people that believe in the Bible believe in afterlife, right? And they believe that if you live, holy, you follow the commandments in the Bible, if you love God and you love Jesus, right, with your heart, and you've done everything right by him, right, you should be able to meet him when you die, right? This can be confusing for some people. Hi Febby, welcome back. This can be confusing for some people because not everybody meets God, right? That's the important part. We don't all meet God. If we make it into heaven, we get to see him, right? Not everyone gets to see what God looks like. No one will. I mean, not everybody. Wow, what did I say? No one will. I shouldn't have said that. But the people that are bad, or how God considers bad, they will not meet him, right? Get to know God while you are alive. God is the God of the living, not the dead. Febby said keep talking. AP said stay pretty. Tanya, take care, babes. Wow, thank you so much. Luke said hungry to read it, filled by the Holy Spirit. Stay on, Tanya, keep going. Oh, it's so hard for me to keep going on this live, guys. I've actually been on live for 50 minutes and I just realized how long I've been on here for. Candyman said, yes, I was having a lot of problems with my channel and my videos, but I never gave up and I had to keep coming back. That's one thing I learned from you, Candyman. You taught me to not give up on my YouTube channel. I know sometimes I did take long breaks and I gave up, right? But I came back. Lucas Stokes said 1 hour. Oh, this is tough, guys. Like, I have to get ready for bed, I have to get rest. Hey, Street Fighters, what's up? Luke of Stoke said 5:30 p.m. here in California. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what time it is here in the UK, but I know it's not early. I know it's got to be after 1 a.m. Like, definitely. Oh, it's Friday there. Here is Saturday now. Yeah, definitely Sabbath. Oh, AP said, I love your lives. Thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate that. Like, I need to get back onto it, guys. I've been so busy, like, at the point where when I tell you, when I used to do the live videos on here, right? When I used to go out and I used to do the live videos, I loved it. Like, if I was in a bad mood, talking to you guys would put me in such a better mood because there's something so special about talking to people that actually connect with you, right? And I would love it. Like, and I became so busy, guys. And I was just like, I just looked at YouTube and I was like, I really don't have time for that. I don't even have time to reply to everyone. I was just like, I just can't do it right now. And, my life got taken over with that. Like, even with God, I just felt like I was connecting. I don't want to say this, guys, because it's going to sound so wrong. I felt like I was more connected to the world than with God because I'm trying to get my goals together, and then sometimes I just feel like I'm losing the spiritual side of God, like, so I need to get back onto that. I do read my Bible though. I do pray to God. I mean, I do get God sends people to me as well, like people that talk about him and they keep telling me keep praying, keep praying. They tell me how they pray throughout the day, and I'm like, I need to do that. I need to do that. So God still connects with me. Like, I don't believe he's neglecting me. It's just that in my head I feel like how I used to be with him, I'm losing it a little. Rest in peace said in California it's 5:30 p.m. and it's Saturday there, but in the UK it's 1:35 a.m. Saturday. That's confusing. Thank you for clarifying that. Rest in peace, because I knew that it was after 1 a.m. Like, I knew that. I really knew that. Guys, I don't even know if this is relevant, but it's so beautiful. No, the earth is not round. It's really not round. I heard that the earth is flat. I heard it's flat because in the Bible, there was a guy teaching me this online. He was teaching me how the Bible talks about the earth being flat, like the earth being round is actually a lie. It talks about in Genesis, but I won't be able to remember the verses. But he was breaking it down to me, and I was just like, oh yeah. And my brain was hurting so much because I'm not somebody that's very intelligent when it comes to things like science and stuff like that. But it kind of did make sense in the end. Candyman said, and that's why I'm so proud of you, Tanya, because you didn't give up. I'm so proud. Oh, I love you so much, Candyman. Like, literally, like, you always like supported me and you always encouraged me to carry on, and like I'm proud of you too, because you didn't give up either and you carried on making your content, and your content is so unique, it's different, and I love how you create interesting like short videos as well. Oh gosh, like if I have to explain this right now at night, I feel like my brain is gonna explode right now because it was hard for me to get my head around it. Um, Obviously we have the stars and the sun, but basically, God, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for explaining this on my channel. So, how the guy explained it to me, right? God made the earth flat, and there's something in the Bible where he talks about the dome or something like that, right? I don't know the correct verses, guys. I just remember him sending me a lot of pictures, right, explaining it all. And there's a dome. The earth is flat, and then you got the dome that goes over it like that. That's the covenant or something like that, right? So basically, we are underwater because you've got the um above us, the sky is actually meant to be water. So there's something in the Bible that talks about how we are underwater or something like that, guys. And then obviously I'm not giving you the correct terms and stuff like that because this is not something I'll talk about on my channel. So basically, we are meant to be underwater, and if you see the rainbow, it goes over it goes over the dome shape, because that's basically what it's saying is the earth is flat, and you got that thing going over, basically. So God, heaven is watching over us like a dome or something like that. Guys, I'm not going to go into this on my channel, but yeah, when this was first explained to me, I didn't get it, and then eventually I saw more posts on Instagram about it, and it made sense because the Bible first is like you have to really pull the Bible apart for it to make sense. Yes, it is confusing, AP, but my head didn't get around it, but eventually it made sense when I saw like this one person posted up a picture that made a lot of sense, right? And then yeah, so basically that apparently that's why the sky is blue, because it's actually water above us, right? And I don't have the verses, guys. I don't talk about stuff like this on my channel, so I'm not going to make any sense to anybody. But oh, that noise scared me. So yeah, there's water above us. We are classed as being underwater. The earth is flat. They basically, because this is a problem, guys, because people read the Bible, especially rich people, they create lies, right? I'm gonna get my channel shut down for this. So they create a lot of lies, and they made a lie up saying that there's all these random planets that God didn't even create. And then they said the earth is round, which was obviously a lie. And then they was like, you can go to Mars, and Mars doesn't exist. They made it all up. But I'm not about to get my channel shut down for this, guys. Let me read the comments. It's gonna be so interesting because everyone's gonna come for me now, and I didn't even like want to talk about this. Um, World is round, but the time is different in some places like California. I can't. I just can't. And that's not towards you, rest in peace. It's just I can't explain this again. I've done a long explanation, and I know that you sent it before I explained everything. AP said it's all confusing, and Candyman said thank you so very much, Tanya. You're welcome. Atmosphere reflects the ocean from light blue, the sun. Guys, if you want to understand if the earth is round or not, you have to pull Genesis apart in the Bible because it actually tells you. But you gotta be very, very, I don't want to say intelligent, guys. When I tell you I don't have the brains for this, right? You've got to be a nerd for this. You've got to really like pull it apart because it's something. If okay, is there anybody on here that's very good with science, right? Because there's something about science, right, where, for example, they say you need this and this and this, like a pressure or something, and then when they talk about the Earth, they say it's round, so it doesn't add up. I don't have the post for it right now, but guys, it's something that you have to be a science nerd to know that they're lying, basically, is what I'm trying to say. It's very technical, AP. When I tell you, like, it was like after 1 a.m. when I had this guy explain it to me on Instagram, and I was just like, oh my God, like my head was hurting me. I was thinking, why is he explaining this to me? But I couldn't even get mad because he's talking about the Bible. So I had to be like, okay, okay, okay. And then then I saw another post on Instagram which I basically explained in baby terms, and I was like, all right, I get it. Luke said he doesn't believe in the moon landing, at least. There's a lot to learn. It's basically, you know, the in Genesis when God talks about the covenant. Yeah, the firmament is the firmament, that's the word. You have to look at what it means, and then you have to really pull it apart. And when you pull it apart, that's when it will make sense. But it didn't make sense to me, guys. It's because the guy explained so much to me, I was just like, I can't understand it. And then I saw a post that broke it down, and then it made a lot of sense. Because it's something to do with like the people that are in charge have to change these things to make it because they know that people don't read the Bible like that, right? They know that people don't pull it apart and make sense of it, you see. So the people that don't do that, they know they can easily trick them and lie to them. Rocket safe. They couldn't come from the moon. Impossible. Yeah, impossible back. Yeah, it's all a lie. Obviously, I don't want to get my channel shut down for these guys. I don't want them looking at my video and thinking, "Oh, she's talking about this. Oh, she's one of those. Let's get on to her." Like I don't want to get involved in this crap. Like, let them say what they want to say. Like, I believe, like, leave it to God. Like, God knows the truth. Luke is having a standoff. He's like, we ain't leaving. You have to stay. Guys, I need to go soon. I need to go soon. But, but yeah, it's just, that's why I said, like, the Bible is hard because I'm just reading at the moment. I'm not even studying it, but there's some people out there, there's some males out there that are really pulling that book apart, highlighting, like making notes, and then they're bringing the information to us, right? I appreciate those people because my brain just cannot. And everything is a lie on this earth, and unfortunately most of us don't live to see that it's a lie. But just see if you guys can do some research around Genesis. It's to do with the firmament. um there's something that in the Bible that describes the earth, the dome, something to do with dome. I don't know if it's firmament. I need somebody on here that knows this stuff. Something to do with I think the firmament. It's something to do with we are below the water. It's something to do with the heavens, we're below it, or something like that. There's something where it does say something like that in the Bible that we are underwater. That's why sometimes when I read some things in the Bible, I'm just like, huh? It's because you need to pull it apart and study it. Luke said, good night. The message of the Bible, is Jesus is love. Yes. Oh gosh, AP, when I tell you, my brain was hurting. Do you know what it is, right? So the guy that broke it down to me, right? What did he tell me? He didn't believe in God before, right? So he believed, right? He used to believe in evolution, that people came from monkeys, right? He believed in that theory. And he also believed in like the science bit of things. So when he was explaining it all to me, I didn't really care because I don't really care about stuff like science and stuff, right? It doesn't really interest me. But he was very passionate about it because what it is that information that he found out set him free from that, because he was believing in that aspect of the world, evolution and all that, and the planets. And then when he realized it was all a lie, and how God's world really is created, and how the earth is flat, that's what woke him up out of it. Okay, he came to the truth, but it was setting him free. So for him, he needed to learn that aspect of it. So he must have really been studying. Whereas to me, I'm not really interested in that. But like obviously now I've realized that the sky above us, there's water above us, guys, and the moon is transparent. Yeah, so basically, the people that changed everything, they said that the moon is full of rocks, but apparently the moon is actually transparent and it changes with the background that's behind it. So whatever color the sky is, it goes along with the color or something like that. And um this is where they say, when science says that moon is full of rocks, and then the people that counteract it say rocks isn't transparent. So there's a lot of lies. There's a lot of like missing. There's holes in the cracks basically of everything they're saying. 2 a.m. Luke said it's 2 a.m. And he said bye, but equals God is love. So guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up here now, guys. If you guys got any more things that you want to say, please drop in the comment section below. To summarize this video, it was actually about change must occur. I don't even know if I remember everything that I said, but I believe that people need to allow change to happen. They need to change themselves. Not always, but they might need to set goals to know what changes they need to make, small changes to become that person. Like for example, if I wanted to adopt a pet, but I'm scared of like animals, I can't just go tomorrow to a pet shop and get an animal and bring it into my house. If I'm scared, I might need to undertake therapy. But obviously, some people go into new goals expecting the same old them and thinking that they're going to achieve better results. And then when things don't work, they get frustrated, and that applies to myself. So we need to realize that sometimes change has to happen in life. It's going to happen regardless. Like just like Jesus, he gave the power over to God. He didn't try and control things. He didn't say, right, I'm not going to get crucified, let's go back that way, let me go back. Like, you can't do that. You have to let it happen, because there's a purpose behind what God wants to happen on the earth, right? You're going to get used for that, right? So have a think about your life, examine like what is it that you're not allowing to happen. The internet also keeps you stuck in the past as well. It keeps you stuck into your old identity, which I don't like, especially when you have old contacts, people that you don't want to associate yourself with anymore, but they can always peek at your life. Like, the internet is toxic, guys. Love you too, Luke. More life. Tanya, do you mean more live videos, or do you mean more live? Because obviously Luke thinks I'm gonna die. Oh my gosh, that comment. I can't be you two guys. Stop fighting over me in the comments. That made me laugh so much. She's mine, brother. Oh my gosh, Luke put all the animals down in the emojis. Rest in peace, said boy. Thank you for teaching me more stuff about Jesus and God. Mwah to you, rest in peace. Like, you know what? I really appreciated talking to you, because what I loved about you is you brought more questions to this channel, and I never ever spoke about like Jesus and his crucifixion, right? And it was so interesting, because when you get to teach someone something new, you get to explain it in a way that you never had that chance. And it's nice to explain something that you already know, right? Because I always assumed that people knew that, right? So I never ever talked about it. So it was nice. Okay, it's not nice talking about the details of it, but it's nice to actually break that down on this channel, right? Yeah, pets. I won't be getting any pets anytime soon, Luke. AP said, when Drake says more life, get it. Oh my gosh, I know some of Drake's songs, but what song is that? I might have to Google this. More life. What song is it? So I can look it up on Google. Google lyrics. So I can get the meaning. Okay, guys, you know what? This has been a good chat, but I definitely need to start getting ready for bed. It's late, guys. I'm gonna sleep tomorrow. I'm gonna try and get some sleep. It's been good talking to you all. Like, I'm so happy that everyone is well. It's been a long minute. Like, I have been going through the most, guys. I am surprised I am still standing right now, because I'm just like, I feel like I've been like in a, I don't know what to describe it, like a whirlwind or something like that. I just feel like I'm gonna look back at my life and think, what the heck? Like, I stepped into the unknown, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? Luke said Alexa. Um, um, It says more life like you don't know. You get it. What song is that though? What Drake song is that? Leaks of the Matrix. Okay, right, guys. It's a good night from me. I've been on this live for 1 hour, 9 minutes. This video won't be posted for now because YouTube takes so long to like process videos, especially when you do it so long. So it should be up tomorrow. I don't know what time tomorrow, but or later today. Later today, I don't know how long it's gonna take. Thank you so much, Luke. I can't believe I did it. I don't know when I'm gonna do another live video, guys, because I look rough most of the times. But I'm gonna try and do more live videos, hopefully, God willing. Thank you so much, AP. Thank you so much, everyone that joined. Rest in peace, Candyman, Luke, AP. Oh God, I can't remember everyone's names. Everyone that joined, guys. Appreciate you all. It's been so nice talking to you all. Like, I'm gonna be happy when I leave this live because I loved talking to you guys. Thank you so much for calling me cutely. Have a great time in California. Anyone that's in the UK, get to bed, get some rest. I sound like a hypocrite for saying that because I haven't been sleeping. AP said you're crazy, you look nice all the time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. I'm smiling so much. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. Okay, so examine your life. Think about like where do you want to go next in life, right? Plan your life, plan your goals. Just set goals, even if it's impossible to achieve it. Just set goals. Like I've created a vision board. I wanted to do a video talking about that. I don't even know if I've done that a video about it yet. Set some goals, set some directions. It doesn't matter. It could be anything small. It could be like eating healthy, moving your body. It could be like being kind to others as well. It could just be like loving your enemies, guys. We need to love our enemies. It's so hard. It's so hard to love them sometimes because they make it so impossible for us, guys. But yeah, I felt like somebody needed to hear that message. I love your enemy. Like, love it. Oh gosh, I'm burping, guys. So Candyman said, you are so very welcome. Health and financial freedom and closer to God. There's some really good goals at AP. What I've learned as well, sometimes with goals, right, it's good to make smaller goals when you're already achieving it. So set some like little short-term goals. I need to do that myself as well. Luke said forgiveness. Forgiveness is so important. It's so hard sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna have to do videos about this, guys. The human error, like the things that we struggle with, the things that we should be doing, and we find it so hard, guys. Let's kick some. I can't say it on here. Let's just kick BUT, right? T. BUTT. Let's get some, right? And we're gonna, we're gonna do this, guys. Yeah, drink water. I need to do that as well. I need to drink water. Guys, I love that you are dropping the goals down below. Also, Candyman, I know you was working on some stories, for theatre and stuff. I hope that's going well. Guys, I'm gonna go now. So I love you all. Please stay safe. Please take care. Say your prayers. Say your prayers tonight. Just really be grateful for life. It's so important. Regardless of what's happening in your life, please be grateful because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen in the next few minutes. We don't know if life is going to take a turn for the worse, right? We just need to live good with everybody, right? I love this AP. Stay positive, Tanya, and stay away from haters and non-believers. Yes, I am into that. I need to start setting boundaries, because it's tiring, guys. When I meet other believers, it's so healing. Like this, I've met so many nice people. I should do a video about it. Actually, I don't know. I feel like that's too personal, but meeting other believers is so beautiful. Just connecting with them, they're so beautiful inside, and like they make you feel so much better. They remind you that you're on the right path. You know what I mean? Like when I say they remind you, you realize that your progress in God is showing. Like, when someone compliments you and they can say that they knew that you was like a woman of God, you're like, wow, really? Like, how did you see that? How did you know that? Luke said Riff Raff dropped album. Yeah, so guys, love you all. I don't know when I'm going to do another live video, right? I don't know when. I'm not going to promise anything. But if I don't do a live video for now, please be happy, right? just take care of yourself and be healthy. Get some rest, guys. I love you all. Luke, are you telling me to do another video tomorrow night? Because I don't know. I don't know. Right? I can't promise anything. I'm not gonna promise anything, Luke. I cannot promise because I'm not gonna say that and everyone's gonna be waiting for me to do a live video. Okay, Luke is cheering me on to do another live video. Okay, Luke, I feel like this is just to keep me on longer, guys. This is to keep me on live longer because I'm gonna be debating this. Kisses to you, AP too. Luke said it's fun. Thank you so much for saying it's fun. All right, guys. I'm gonna try and do another live video for you guys. I'm not gonna keep you guys waiting this long, right? I'm gonna try my best. Thank you so much, Luke. Bye, everyone. Mwah. Take care. God bless you all. Even non-believers on here, please take care. I love you too. Everyone, stay blessed. Take care. See you. Rest in peace. It was so nice talking to you. See everybody. Mwah. Good night.